Well guys, the wait is over. We got a brand new teaser for Gen V Season 2, so we have a lot to cover today, as well as go over all that and more and what to expect from the upcoming season in today's video. So just to recap for those of you who didn't watch Gen V or know its connections to The Boys, Gen V is a spin-off of The Boys set at Godolkin University, an exclusive school where young superheroes train to become professional heroes. The story primarily focuses on Marie Monroe, a blood-manipulating soup who joins Godolkin to make something of herself after a troubled past. She quickly becomes involved with other students. Andre, who has magnetic abilities and feels the weight of his family's expectations to live up to his father's legacy. Jordan, a gender-fluid soup who can switch forms and powers. Kate, a mind controller with complex loyalties. And Emma, a size shifter struggling with her self-image. As the season progresses, the group discovers the Woods, a secret facility where the university experiments on young soups. They learn that the school is less about nurturing heroes and more about serving the interests of powerful groups, especially Vought. There's also the introduction of Sam, the brother of Luke Riordan, who is known as Golden Boy, a soup with super strength who escapes the Woods. It was later revealed that the Woods was actually a facility creating a soup-killing virus being headed by Dean Shetty, who turns out to have a hatred for soups. The main conflict escalates where it's revealed that Kate, one of the students, has been manipulating the others on behalf of the university's leadership. This leads to a major standoff with Sam and Kate leading to a violent rebellion on campus. The season ends with the main group, Marie, Andre, Jordan, and Emma, being blamed for the chaos, while Kate and Sam are portrayed as heroes, known as the Guardians of Godolkin, parodying the Guardians of the Galaxy. There are connections to The Boys, with characters like Victoria Newman playing a key role in the plot and a cameo from Homelander in the finale. The soup-killing virus from Season 1 makes an appearance in Season 4 of The Boys, and Sam and Kate are seen as part of Homelander's inner circle, making reoccurring appearances during the V-52 episode and during the finale where they ambushed Frenchie and Kimiko. Okay, so now that you're all caught up, let's get back into the trailer for the new season. There's a new dean at Godolkin University, and replacing Dean Shetty, who died in Season 1. This new dean is Dean Cypher, who unlike Shetty was revealed to hate soups. Cypher seems to be a true Vought loyalist, who even refers to humans as significantly less. We can also see where Marie, Jordan, and Emma ended up, being arrested after being framed for the murder spree that went down at the end of Season 1. There are other details here. We can see people wearing human identifying badges, and with the human designated entrances, it seems like Homelander has put in sweeping changes to segregate humans and soups, and doing so publicly. So this means we'll see the full extent of his plans this season. We also see during Dean Cypher's speech that Jordan and Emma are being put up with Kate and Sam as the Guardians of Godolkin. This makes me think that Kate is trying to recruit Jordan and Emma, but leaving Marie out of it because of how dangerous she is with her blood powers. We then see Andre's dad Polarity in this trailer, and throughout it we see him questioning what has happened to his son Andre. Now if you haven't heard or didn't know, Andre was a main cast member of last season. However, sadly, the actor portraying him, Chance Perdomo, passed away in a tragic motorcycle accident before they shot the season. The writers decided that they weren't going to recast Andre and were going to rewrite the storyline out of the original idea for the plot. So it looks like they're going to have his character's father, Polarity, step into a somewhat main role, investigating what happened to his son in between the events of Season 1 and 2. I think this is a pretty great way of still including his character in the season and honoring Chance. We then next see the characters being brought into a room to fight against another soup, with them having to fight in an arena, with Dean Cypher narrating, "You're not students, you're soldiers, and you will fight," which indicates to me that in Homelander's regime, Godolkin University under Cypher is switching from having the soups mainly going to learn how to be proper celebrities for entertainment purposes, but instead having them train for an army. It seems like Homelander is forcing any soup to join his regime to be trained to fight and indoctrinated to hate humans and think that they are above him. We next see Jordan punching out Kate, probably taking place after Dean Cypher's speech from earlier in the trailer. This is more than likely during the announcement of their joining of the Guardians of Godolkin, and there's obviously still some rough feelings there from Jordan considering that Kate went full villain. We also get a quick peek at Firecracker, still the anchor for Vought News Network, a position that she got from beating Cameron Coleman to death last season. In reality, her appearance is probably going to be just a quick cameo, but still cool to see members from the Seven pop up in the trailer. We also see the Deep 2 in some Sith-looking robes. Now speculating, but this might be a hazing ritual for soups, and the dean might be an old fraternity member coming back. Most of the Seven graduated from Godolkin, so it would make sense for the Deep to be part of a fraternity. We also got a glimpse of Homelander, well, not directly, but we do see his portrait with the word resist painted over it, a detail I'm going to dive in a little bit more later. We then see students trashing the school saying humans. More than likely an incident will happen which will galvanize the soup students into doing this little mini soup riot. Then we see Marie getting into a fight with a soup. Considering the costume, I've seen people online say that this was Dognot. And yeah, it looks like his appearance from on screen in season 4, when the 7 were looking for new members. It looks like maybe Marie made someone at Vought mad, and Dognot is there to silence her. We can see all around the trailer that Marie is being left out of the Guardians of Godolphin, and are somewhat separated from Jordan and Emma. So it looks to me like early in the season, Marie is going to go rogue from what Vought initially had planned to indoctrinate her back in. Maybe starting a rebellion of sorts, or finding one that's already brewing in the background. The main poster for this season has the Resist Homelander artwork on it too, so maybe Gen V is telling us the story of a rebellion of people and soups who aren't cool with Homelander's new fascist regime. Considering how much of the plot season 1 bled into season 4 of The Boys, I'd say there's a healthy chance that what happens in Gen V will affect season 5 and build from there, because the shows are somewhat building off of each other. But that's pretty much everything that I spotted in this trailer. I'm just super excited for this season because we're just getting more Boys content, and we'll be covering the episodes when they drop. So if you're interested in that, please give us a sub and stick around. But before I go, I want to answer a mailbag question. This one comes to us from Star Wars Fan 2172. Hashtag mailbag. What do you think of James Gunn's new DCU? Do you think it's going in a great direction under James Gunn, or do you think that it's sort of too late as the MCU started in 2008? Now, I think in my own personal opinion that the DCU is going to do great. James Gunn hasn't really had a flop, and most of his recent filmography has been pretty good. And he's very passionate about the source material of the comics. We can all see from how directly he states the comics that he takes inspiration from, and how he elevates B and C tier characters into leading roles. We saw that with Suicide Squad. Tell me what other filmmaker would have Polka Dot Man as a main character? I'm pretty sure there's not many, and he turned out to be one of the best parts of that movie. I think that the structure that the DCU is under also gives me confidence as well, with his co-CEO status with Peter Safran, where Gunn handles the creative parts and Safran handles the business side. It makes it so that 100% of his focus is on forming the DCU and making sure that each movie or TV show or whatever they bring out is given every bit of attention. We've discussed before how when Kevin Feige was spread thin, Marvel's quality of releases suffered amongst other factors. And since James has worked in the MCU before, he knows the structure, so he's able to glean what works and what doesn't, so that the DCU can be more successful. Also, he has a mandate where a movie doesn't get a green light unless there's a finished script that they're happy with. He's emphasizing quality, and that's what people who enjoy films has always been asking for. So yeah, I don't think it's too late to get started on a cinematic universe. A lot of them fail because they either rush their movies or don't establish characters that they want to cross over, or the first movie just tanks hard at the box office, and they just scrap all their plans. Looking at you, Dark Universe. Right now, it seems that the only modern cinematic universes other than Marvel that we have right now are the Conjuring Universe movies and the Monsterverse with Godzilla and King Kong. I'm probably missing a bunch of others, but those come to mind immediately. So I have faith in James Gunn with starting things off right. Creature Commandos was pretty good, and Peacemaker looks great, and from the looks of it, Superman is going to be so fun, and I can't wait to see it. But that's it for me for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to put in your hashtag mailbag questions, and I'll answer it just like you saw, and we'll see you guys next time.